Alright, live streaming from the streets of Frankfurt. Let me know what you are up to, because the only urgent thing, the only problem to solve in the world is the continuation of every life being forced to exist and suffer. Suffering is inevitable as long as living beings exist in this world. So, you can come up for debate or try to join us, develop with us the Proextinction social justice movement that is going to enable peace by any means necessary and societal, socio-scientific progress. So yeah, I'm on the street doing activism for total extinction so living beings can be prevented from suffering someday. Yes, can. Yeah. Let me know your questions or arguments. If you can prove that suffering can be prevented without causing extinction of every life, what are you fighting for in life? What is the solution to suffering that you're going to develop or support? Non-existence is peace. Life is suffering. If you can prove that suffering can be prevented from existence without causing total extinction, now's your chance. Are you going to prevent suffering sooner than the pro-extinction movement is going to cause total extinction and prevent everyone from suffering? Join us to make the abolition of suffering possible sooner. Naturally, there's no other solution than extinction. There's no other way that suffering could be prevented from existence. So, would you press the red button that would prevent every life from continuing, therefore ending suffering? When you're not pressing that button, in reality, you're forcing everyone to suffer. Everyone is continuously forced to survive into meaningless death. Will to live is another reason for why total extinction is the solution to everybody's suffering. We have to fight for extinction. There is nothing else that could ensure peace for every life. We're privileged enough, we're capable enough, intelligent enough. Humanity is. The pro-extinction movement is only that good part of humanity. Total extinction is good. Nothing else you could ensure that could be safe or harmless as long as living beings exist. The imposition, the force, violence upon all sentient beings is imposed by letting everyone continue or not ending everyone's horrible, cruel, brutal cycle of existence. How are you going to ensure preventing suffering if not by intervention? There are countless beings that are getting tortured to death, that are getting raped, starved, predated, and when you're not intervening, when you're not going to cause the total extinction, you're imposing on everyone that existence. You're going to force everyone to suffer just so you're continuing this meaningless cycle, this pro-life system. You're also the victim. But you're not intelligent enough to realize that society must get determined and must get determined and effective enough by any means necessary to ensure safety. And safety is only after every life is gone, after every life is made extinct. There is no peaceful state in existence, because even if there would be only one extreme suffering victim, it's still, this pro-life system still should get destroyed, should get prevented from allowing that extreme bad suffering. Nothing can justify the existence of bad experience. Someone in the chat is asking, are we against abortion? Human suffering should go to be prevented, made extinct at last, because humanity is the only tool towards ensuring that everybody can be made at peace, so extinct. We must research and develop good enough scientific methods of euthanasia for every life. There is nothing else that could be the soonest implementation of preventing suffering. We are not hating humans. We are compassionate enough to realize that life, the system of life, is not worth allowing even one extreme suffering victim. Therefore, we must prevent every source of bad experience, the biological, physical components that make up bad experiencing life, extinct. We have to make this system extinct. So disable it from re-emerging, being at the cancer reproducing state ever again. That is the sentient life, is the cancer. I'm reading some comments at this moment. We are against veganism. We are against allowing wildlife to suffer. We cannot discriminate against any victim. It does not matter who the victim is or where they are in the world. Everybody deserves peace, and peace is only possible when there is no risk, no danger, no continuation of even one extreme suffering. And it's not possible as long as this sentient life system continues. That's why we're fighting for total extinction. We're going to progress society as long as it takes, because any cost is worth ending suffering. We can cause some suffering so we can prevent the greater suffering. That is the prolongation of the pro-life system, the suffering reproducing life. Every life must be prevented from suffering. So causing every life to go extinct is the way to go about it. It's the only right thing to do, because there is no other intervention for the victims. From the victim's perspective, only intervention, so prevention of the suffering continuing matters. Thank you for your comments, Extinctionist. Can you come up for discussion, or can you invite some people who would be willing to debate this or ask some relevant questions for progress? I have some guest requests. Hello, Vest11.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Remember when you tickled my balls from behind?
Come again, what did you say?
Remember when you tickled my balls from behind?
Okay, sorry everyone for the stroll. We're going to continue this live stream, focusing it on solving everybody's suffering. Because life is at such extremely dangerous conditions in this world, we must fight against this system that enables it to be at such dangerous state by any means necessary. At any cost. There is nothing that can justify even one extreme victim's prolongation. This pro-life system must get prevented from harming everybody. Pro-life system means every living being, every physical, every biological component that makes up suffering experiencing beings. So the entire pro-life system must get eradicated. We must prevent everybody from continuing to be forced into harmful conditions and unsafe experiences that are suffering. Thank you, Zen. Alright. The battery is going down pretty fast. Thank you, Rina. So, if you can challenge this, if you can try to develop with us to progress this movement towards solving everybody's suffering more effectively, join us. Join at proextinction.com. Yeah, it's not only about education. We're joining the rational enough people that are genetically capable of understanding that compassionately we must intervene for everybody to prevent everybody's suffering by any means necessary. We must euthanize every life. We must ensure that no more life is going to be forced to evolve into dangerous conditions, to suffering, and no justification there could be that could make allowing everybody to exist acceptable. Existing in dangerous, in enabling extreme suffering conditions is unacceptable. We must prevent this, work rationally, intelligently, and of course, scientifically to achieve total extinction. There is no other outcome that could be preventing suffering, that could be preventing life from re-emerging into extremely dangerous conditions. You can request a discussion, maybe I can hear you, or later you can contact with us more for a long-term discussion debate at proextinction.com contacts. We are practicing what we are advocating. We are growing the movement that is going to ensure safety for all. We are anti-suffering, and we cannot go extinct first. Of course, intelligence must take care of the most helpless as the priority, and then we could have our own relief. Yes, life is not worth living. Existence of life cannot justify allowing extremely bad experiences. If even there was one victim of extreme torture, still total extinction is going to be the right thing to do. Why is life worth it according to you? Why would life be worth allowing even one child to get tortured to death? That's a good question. If there is life on other planets that's capable of suffering, or if even there is the great enough probability that life is going to emerge without our intervention, we must be developing and striving to prevent it by any means necessary at any cost, as much as for the wildlife, animals, and humans that we're fighting for. Also, the extraterrestrial beings who could be capable of emerging with suffering must get prevented from this unsafe, unjust conditions. We do not have to control every life in the whole universe. We just have to research enough the 100% surety of sterilizing cosmos as much as possible and euthanizing every life that is in danger of extreme bad experience. If you cannot accept the fact, that does not make our movement wrong or not worth of attention and development. It's still the only thing worth fighting for and developing for. We have to grow rational society, community, pro-extinction community that is going to ensure putting everyone into permanent sleep. Thank you, suffering sucks. If there could be another outcome that would be not putting everyone into permanent non-existence, you should let us know. Come up with the request to discussion and debate if you can, because proving how we can prevent the greater suffering more effectively is the only thing that matters. If you don't think so, please don't waste our time. I think I'm screaming into the microphone because this noise makes me think I'm not heard enough. Let me know what you hear. I don't see any requests to discussion. No. Maybe the mods could accept anyone who is requesting and I don't see them. But for now, still, we're here for the ultimate fact that causing total extinction of every life is going to prevent suffering. That's what we must be fighting for. Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
So what's your opinion on incels?
On consent?
Yeah, on incels.
What?
On incels.
I don't know what that means.
I think that's you, buddy.
If you're not going to explain your claim, I'm not going to listen to you right now. Let me know in the chat, because such confrontation does not relate to our social justice progress. Only progressing the solution to everybody's suffering matters. If you're going to come up with anything else, irrelevant shit, then you can move on with your life. Hello, Tyler Bolton. If you're still here. Hi. What's up?
Hey, let's start with you. You go first.
Yeah, we have started doing activism to progress society enough so we can put everyone into permanent sleep. We can euthanize every life, sterilize all the dangerous environments, and that's what we're starting. Thank you for letting us know, cheering us on.
Go kill yourself.
That's not what we support, actually. If you think we should kill ourselves, it is not going to solve any suffering. The system is going to keep on spinning. Life is going to continue to get forced into extremely dangerous conditions, getting tortured, animals getting torn apart alive in the wild. If you're not going to do anything about it, you're in support of it. So, we are not hating the life. We are hating the system, of course. Who doesn't hate suffering? Only morons who don't understand what suffering means. Someone accepted to discussion. Hello? Motion?
Hi, I just wanted to talk about the universe. Like, there's life in the whole space, right?
Excuse me, what did you say?
There's life in the whole universe, right?
Why? Why whole universe? What are you saying?
I'm just asking, do you believe there's life in the whole universe?
No, we do not believe in such claims. We are going to do rational scientific research to ensure that we can prevent life from re-emerging anywhere in the cosmos, but we are not believing in universe being alive or some shit like that.
So you don't believe there's life outside of Earth?
There is scientific proof that life components have been found on asteroids from beyond our solar system.
Yes.
So now what? What are you going to develop and fight for?
So you're saying you will kill yourself the last, like this organization
At last.
will
No,
go down
this
the
organization
last
is going to go last.
Okay, so before you killing yourself, you want to first kill life on other planets. How is this different from some basic like locusts? How is this different from the most hateful people, you know? Or from some parasites?
Okay, so you're calling the intelligence that is going to deliver euthanasia for all the puppies that are getting tortured, or the animals that are getting torn apart alive in the wild, as some parasite. Thank you. If that's what you call the greatest thing there is, thank you.
You are saving your life and you're saving to be the last.
It's not about us. We do not care that we're going to suffer more. We just care for preventing everybody's suffering. Of course, no one should ever suffer. No one wants to suffer. But we can rationalize our own suffering because we're intelligent enough, and we are going to develop the scientific methods and the scientific support the pro-extinction movement that is going to put everyone into permanent safety. So, if you can debate this truth that ending everyone's suffering is possible by total extinction, if you can debate that, or if you can help us to press this button to make this button possible, the red button of ending all life to end all suffering, join us, research proextinction.com, or start doing activism, peaceful activism, to develop the necessary support for it. There's nothing else in life worth working for. Can you prove that there could be anything else that's meaningful to life? If not ending all suffering by any means necessary, we have to abolish suffering by any means necessary. And that is total extinction. Outcome of ending every life can ensure putting everyone into peace. So being free from suffering is only possible after extinction of every life. Suffering sucks. Maybe you could start your own live stream and we could co-host. How about that? I don't understand German. If you have any relevant points or questions, you can type them in the chat or request a straightforward voice discussion. So, still the fact that total extinction of every life, ensuring peace for all, so ending everyone's suffering, still stands as the only thing that we can achieve to end all suffering, means that we must work for it by any means necessary at any cost. Hello, what do you think about ending all suffering in the world?
Vegan for life.
You're vegan.
But I want
That's not something that would end any suffering. How would that prevent wildlife suffering, predation, animals getting tortured to death by parasitism, diseases, natural environments, and of course the biological system of organisms of life is ensuring everyone to be put into dangerous conditions? And how could we end this without putting everyone into permanent sleep? Without causing total extinction? Would it be ever possible?
I don't think so.
So,
The word is too bad. I think the word is the people are too bad.
people are too bad according to you. But the pro-extinction movement is growing. We are the so-called pro-extinction movement that is going to develop anti-suffering to ensure scientific methods to actually euthanize, provide euthanasia for every life in the cosmos. Is there any other goal that could help anyone?
Thank you very much.
There is not. Thank you.
Thank you. You're right.
Well, if you think that we could solve any suffering otherwise, try proving it. Provide good enough proof. We have to rely on scientific methods, experimental and methodologies of... I'm sorry, I have a brain fog right now. Yeah, we are going to rely on scientific methods for preventing every life from suffering by any means necessary. Anything it takes, no matter how many generations, we have to ensure safety by non-existence, because there is no other way that suffering could be prevented from re-emerging, from continuing this cruel, brutal cycle, the cycle of reproducing life into extremely dangerous conditions. How could you ever prevent starvation, disease, predation, suffering without putting everyone into permanent sleep? I don't see any point against this. If you have questions for how we can progress, how we can develop the pro-extinction movement more effectively, let us know. Hi.
I
What do you think about ending all suffering?
have lived with them so much. I have lived with them so much.
Cool.
For 14 years with these kind of monkeys.
So when they
Every
exist,
morning I go and I buy this Palici. It's a glucose biscuit. Very cheap. You get for 2 rupees in every chai shop. No? And
should
then,
they exist? Should
I
animals
think,
exist
my
to
morning-
be
my
in
morning
dangerous
chai,
conditions to suffer?
And then to all animals, and then also then the little children get jealous and they give me also. And everybody likes sweet. No?
Do you speak
The
English?
Dogs and I'm
English,
speaking
sie kann nur English.
Deutsch.
No, we speak English.
I'm speaking English. I'm
So,
speaking
so you were not
English.
responding to what's the point of this banner. So we are going to euthanize all animals so we can ensure safety for all. We're growing the movement that is going to ensure in existence so that we can prevent everyone from dangerous conditions. Because as long as life exists in the world, in reality, everybody is at risk of extremely dangerous suffering. That is being starving, being tortured, suffocated, being parasited, being diseased. All of it is possible as long as life exists. How could we prevent it?
Life is on and life continues.
Yeah, it's reproducing. This cycle is continuing
the meaning of the
inevitably
animals?
until we can prevent it by
And
causing
what
total
kind
extinction.
of life in deep sleep? In deep sleep, and there we are all the same. The suffering and
Death is the deep
blissful
sleep. That is,
and
bliss cannot justify allowing even one victim to get tortured to death.
But I don't understand the meaning of this. That the one of this animal is dead, and
They are grieving,
liberating.
they are
They
suffering.
will rise. They will
Everybody
rise.
is at risk of suffering as long
body
as
is
life
not life.
exists. Therefore, we must
Yeah.
put everyone into permanent sleep. That is extinction. Yeah, that's the only point
Can't
worth working
extinct
for.
something which is real and which is one.
Are you saying that extinction is not real?
And they will
What is
rise.
the real solution to the
Um,
victims? What is the real solution to the victims then?
We are on the top. We are on top. And we have to realize who
Yeah.
we really are. And then even animals will notice and they like these people. They like and they're getting
So liking
because
or
we are near the goal.
yeah. So
We are-
being in control
we are-
and liking doesn't make it acceptable for allowing everybody to be put into dangerous conditions where everybody could be at risk of grief, starvation, disease, or suffering at any point in life. So no one could say that allowing everything, that's allowing
is not
this to
life.
continue.
And no, body is not life.
Body.
Body is a vehicle. A vehicle.
Yes,
It's
but
a-
without the body there is no life.
And they will rise. We have to worry now. We are on the top, but maybe we don't get the jump, and then we will fall. You will have a lot of suffering. as
That
an
would be
animal
horrible if
in
you
this
would
horrible
just
world.
go unscientific.
anyhow,
Yeah, if we'd go unscientific
Nobody
and
can choose when
to
he's born.
say
When
that,
he's born. No.
yeah, we
And then you are
so.
born somewhere where there's a war zone,
Yeah.
your parents are
But
dead,
still, my
and-
point stands that scientifically
Under,
causing everyone to go extinct
bombs.
can prevent everyone from being forced into what they are not willing to sustain, what they are not willing to accept, the suffering experience. So we cannot
go into the
cannot
suffering.
just think that we cannot think just that we are passive, that
Look
we are
at
like the
people.
animals in the
Look
way that we
people.
cannot help ourselves. We can
Just-
intervene. Yeah, we can euthanize all animals. We can do that. And we are going to develop for that because we are intelligent enough to actually grow the social justice
So many
movement that's going.
vegetarians and
I think it's a good thing.
They are not helping anyone. When there is more wildlife, there is less farm life. When there's more farm life,
deep
then
harmony with the animals.
when there's more
no?
farm life, there is
There are
more.
many. They, in morning time they make their round and they feed the dogs and the monkeys, and all have their favorites. The others they put sugar for the ants.
Sugar.
No?
For the-
Yeah,
And,
so when you
it's so sweet, no?
it might seem like it, but the next day they are going to get eaten by some predator alive,
and
or
we also
they're going
we
to
don't
starve
know
again.
if we will live the next day.
Yeah, we don't know that, but
It's all
that's, Yeah, I guess that's
Anything
all.
can happen anytime.
Yeah. And all that matters is intervening as soon as possible we can to provide safety for every life. We can actually put everyone to sleep by total extinction. And if you're not going to fight for it, you're causing everyone to suffer. Because you're allowing this.
I shall not eat meat.
No, we should develop the scientific pro-extinction social justice movement. So the politics, the science, the activist support, so that we can euthanize everybody.
They are very
the
protected,
system
and they all came to us into the Holy Land because they're driving them out from Delhi, and then they came all and they also took shelter
Yeah, that's humans too, of
in
course.
Krishna. But then those horrible things happen. Then they tender their clothes and they are on the rooftop and they have
The
flat
problem
top,
is
and then
in
the
German
monkeys
you have more
push them
possibilities.
down.
You have daddy does
No?
as in English.
They can
and this is a very
when they open the mouth,
scheme, it's
like-
very
like
hard
a-
to say this
like
in English because
a,
I had more
They
words to
have
say this in German. Because, then I can
I
make,
see.
it's hard for me to translate
And
that.
I understand.
they killed people
But-
with them because then
So,
they fall from
you
the
s-
rooftop.
Okay, I
a
think
very-
you can understand our message more at the proextinction.com website, which is
And then-
translated into German.
And
Yes.
then,
Thank
then
Yeah.
even the roughest, but they go
For me, that's
and they
of
feed the
course so,
biscuit
yeah.
into
I
the
will
mouse.
give them a new chance
Into the
because
mouse.
also
ne?
I can understand it
And
more
then they get
100% what
it's
the meaning
really
of it.
nice.
That's fine.
Um,
Yeah, so I'll go back to the chat here. People are messaging that this sign is not understandable enough. I think I should have flipped it because, yeah, that's true. It says life is suffering, extinction is peace. I'm sorry for letting this discussion continue for too long. It was a bit overwhelming as I'm too long in the sun and couldn't think straight.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, guten
What do
Tag.
you think about solving everybody's suffering by total
Oh,
extinction?
No speak English, speak German.
Sorry then, you're not allowed to just... Yeah, thank you everyone for those comments. If you're going to contribute something more progressive to solving suffering in the world, join our Abolish Suffering Discord, research the Proextinction.com resources, our manifesto fully. It is not about reducing suffering. Our goal is about ending everybody's suffering permanently. Only the most effective results of preventing the bad experience for all matter. We cannot take any half measures. We are going to cause total extinction by any means necessary, at any cost, so that suffering can be forever prevented. You can contact with us, settle a long live stream discussion, debate, if you have anything worthy of attention. Life is insane. Life is going to be forced into extremely dangerous conditions again and again because of this insane reproducing cycle that it is. And ending this cycle by total extinction is the only sane thing to do. It is the only right thing to do. Compassionate thing. The thing that is going to effectively prevent the only problem in the world. Everybody's suffering is the problem. Someone called Clumsy is asking, so if I don't suffer, can I exist? It is not possible to exist without the risk or the danger of extreme suffering. That's the whole point of our movement. We are going to ensure everybody be prevented from this dangerous system by any means necessary. And that is only possible by extincting every life. by euthanizing all the potential sufferers. We have to euthanize all the life victims because no other intervention is possible to ensure peace. Okay, I'm reading some comments. Nothing meaningful. People are so ignorant. Majority of society is still supporting so many irrational and not suffering focused shit that is just wasting life. Life is a waste. Life is meaningless. There is nothing that can justify this life sustaining suffering system. But the only point of sustaining intelligence, so progressing the pro-extinction social justice movement, is in ensuring realistic solution to this problem of everybody's suffering continuing since the beginning of experience itself. The only chance at ending this harmful system is intelligence intervening by causing total extinction by any means necessary. Putting everyone into permanent sleep could solve suffering. You can debate me, but you have to provide a good enough proof for what we should be focusing on instead. Yes, there are irrational instincts, such as that telling you that total extinction is not preferable. Fear of death is irrational. Suffering is something everybody fears. At non-existence, there is no suffering. Therefore, it's the preferable state. Anytime, non-existence of every life is best. It's actually better. There's nothing that could make life better. Suffering is just the bad, and it's the experience that is undesirable. We do not care about how the suffering imposers are going to feel about us intervening and causing total extinction. Only intervention for the victims matters.
Come, baby.
Would you try to fight against euthanasia when there are extreme suffering cases? If so, you are the sadist and the problem, the suffering imposer. We are going to provide euthanasia for all the extreme suffering victims, all the life victims. Everybody that is at risk of getting extremely tortured must get euthanized. There is no other way that we could ensure peace for any life. We have to provide safety by any means necessary, and the only right way, because realistic way to provide safety for all is non-existence of every life by the scientific and pro-extinction social justice movement. Someone is saying that life is amazing and some wipeout of humanity kind of things we're doing, but that's not what we mean, and that's not true. How are children getting tortured to death in this world? Amazing. This is not something that's worth of being. This is not something that anyone should ever deserve. This is a purposeless suffering that should not ever exist. No one should ever be forced into existence. Therefore, we have to progress society. We have to progress humanity just enough so we can euthanize every potential suffering victim, every life victim. Hello, Moon. What's up, Ramon?
What's your mission here, bro?
Hello?
What is your mission?
Yes, our mission is to ensure safety for every life, to prevent the greater suffering. Ending everybody's suffering is the only thing that matters. Bad experience is everybody's problem, so we must solve it. What about you?
So you basically making peace by eliminating all life?
Yeah.
You serious?
Hello everyone, thank you for waiting. The live stream got stopped due to the device overheating, but we're back. Yeah, wait a second. Down there. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me well? All right. Yeah, we're gonna be back to live stream debating soon. All right. Okay. Let me know your questions. I can put up the previous banner soon. But if you have been here before, we're live streaming about solving everybody's suffering by any means necessary. By the Proextinction social justice movement, we're going to cause total extinction so that everybody can be prevented from extremely dangerous conditions. Yeah, Moon, I'm going to let you up again. Yeah. What's up, Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back.
So how did you
What?
arrive to the conclusion
Yeah.
that extinction is what's needed?
What? What did you ask?
How did you arrive to this conclusion?
Yeah. Good question. So, through observing the nature of life, how suffering emerges and is inevitable as long as living beings exist, I started, and the social justice movement actually just probably randomly found me, and I started joining social justice movement growth.
Extinction is not a social justice.
Come again?
Extinction is not a social justice.
I am not going extinct first. We are growing the social justice movement so that we can ensure safety, and the only right way to ensure 100% safety, 0% suffering, is after every life is made extinct.
The ultimate suffering is extinction.
Come again?
The ultimate suffering is extinction.
Exactly. No way, you said suffering? This is just nonsensical. Sorry, Moon, but we cannot discuss this. You have no rational scientific points to debate. Alright. I hope I'm heard well here, because this mic has been reattached. Alrighty. There are still some viewers that might have some questions. Alright. Hello, fellow extinctionists in the live stream at antibadexperience. Sorry. Alright. And we're back. Here are some vegans on the train station, which I think we can try countering, approaching, debating. All right. Yeah. Fair enough now. It's like a place here. Absolutely not. So some people are concerned only about specific groups of sufferers. That's completely bigoted. That's not going to solve any suffering. The only... Hello? Yeah. The only rational solution to suffering could be putting all animals, that including humans, into permanent sleep. Causing total extinction of every life could solve everybody's suffering. Could you prevent crime ever? Could you prevent predation ever without making all animals extinct? Obviously not. It's already happening. Some regulations, some reductions of suffering, some refusal to exploit others, to enslave others, and it's not solving any suffering. Only total extinction could. Only total extinction could solve suffering. Yeah. Of course, suffering caused by nature itself is the greatest cause of suffering. It's the only cause of suffering, obviously. Suffering caused by the pro-life system is causing everyone to be at extremely dangerous conditions, and we must fight against this by any means necessary. We cannot allow suffering by the cause of suffering, by the reason for who the victim is or where they are suffering. Intervention matters. Allowing life to be forced into dangerous suffering conditions, so being pro-life, passive against suffering, is not solving anything. It's being a pro-life oppressor. It's being some bigots such as, yeah. If you can have any proof for how we could intervene to solve any suffering in the world without causing everyone to go extinct, now's your chance. Environments do not matter. It does not matter where the victims are. Only the perspective of experiencing suffering is the problem, and it's existing since the beginning of life itself. Sentient life matters. So we must intervene and actually prevent everybody from this cruel, brutal, natural system. And the only realistic, the only right way to do this is supporting the pro-extinction social justice movement. No reduction, no discrimination is acceptable. So, yes, technology and science could end all suffering, but there's no outcome other than total extinction that is possible at all. Can you prove that we could eliminate suffering without causing every life to go extinct? Someone is texting that euthanasia could cause suffering. Of course, sufferers are going to exist if there are individual cases of euthanasia. But after euthanizing every life only, there can be safety from suffering. There can be no more slavery, there can be no more predation, there can be no more torture after every life can be made extinct. Yeah. Hi. Hi. So, then prove it, Moon. I'm waiting. Thank you everyone for coming up here and proving once again that total extinction is the solution, that we should be fighting for this by any means necessary, developing the rational science and the community that is going to ensure peace for all. Check out the Proextinction.com manifesto and other resources, and join the progress to actually abolish suffering, to help everyone out of dangerous conditions, instead of allowing any extremely bad victims to be continuing to be forced into these cycles of brutal nature of suffering that the sentient system is. The pro-life system, so everybody capable of suffering. And Linktree Proextinction, linktr.ee/Proextinction.